Okay, is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So in the previous class, we saw about the wall properties, like the base offset and the top offset and everything like that. So when we select this wall, we used to get these properties, base constraint, base offsets and everything off. Okay. Today we're going to go a little bit more detail about these wall elements. Okay, means the type property dialog box. So like if I select this wall, if you come into the edit type, I get this type property dialog box. Now in the type property dialog box, I think we have done a little bit basically, but I'll just redo it again. So we have options is in type property dialog box. We have construction options, we have graphic options, we have material and finish, analytical property, and identity data. Okay, so when I simply select any wall, any specific wall, supposing if I select this wall, and when I select the wall, it shows me which type, which family of wall I'm using. So it says me that it's a basic wall and which type of family wall I'm using. So I'm using an interior block work of 140 wall. And if I want to edit its structure of the wall, so I'm going to click on this edit type option. And when I click on edit type, I'll get a new dialog box which says type properties. Now in type properties, you might find options. So I'll just collapse all these options. So we have construction option, graphic options, material and finish option, analytical property, and identity data. Okay, so when I expand the construction property dialog box, now in construction property dialog box, what do I get is this is structure, wrappings, and functionality basically. So when I take structure, and there is an option to edit the structure of the wall. Okay, so when I click on edit, it will take me to a new dialog box which says edit assembly. And from here now I can change the thickness of the wall. Okay, so I can instead of 140 block work, I can make this thickness to 150 or 200 or 230 supposedly if I want to make it of 230 so I'm going to type 230 block work, and then I'm going to click on OK, and it will change the thickness. Okay, and even I will rename this block work now as interior wall 230 Okay, and then I'm going to click on apply, and here we go. And you can see the wall thickness changes. So even for these walls, supposedly if I want to create a 100 brick wall, so I'm going to select this wall, come and take it into the edit type. This is currently a 90 brick wall actually. So I'm going to duplicate this parameter first so that it keeps the 90 brick wall as it is. Okay, so when I click on duplicate, I need to provide the name. Okay, so I'm going to name this as generic instead of 90 I'm going to call this as 100 bricks. Click OK. And then I'm going to change the structure edit of this wall because the thickness of the wall it says 90 so which I'm going to make that to 100 change that to 100 and click on OK, and then one more time I'm going to click on OK, and it changes. So this wall becomes of 100 brick. Okay, and when I select this wall, this is still 90 brick, so I can click on this type list, and I can make that also generate 100 Okay, so any wall that I want to make that change basically, then so supposingly this wall also I want to make that 100 brick wall, so I'm going to select this, come to type list, take that to 100 brick wall. It's going to change. Okay, maybe this wall we want to make that 230 interior block wall, so we could come over here and search for that 230 interior block wall. If you don't find in the list over here, you can find most recently used one over here. Here it is, interior block work 230 Okay, it's like that, and it will change. Okay, you can see immediately the thickness of the wall changes. Okay, but the shape remains the same, only the thickness gets changed basically. The type gets changed. Okay, the shape of wall is not going to matter over here. Okay, so if I want to keep the shape, but the type of the wall should be changed, I'm just gonna select the walls and come under type list and change it to 100 So this becomes 100 walls now. Okay, so you can edit the structure of the wall by clicking on the edit structure dialog box. Then you have these options over here that is called functions of wall. So when I click on these functions, there are 6 functions of wall. There's interior, exterior, foundation, retaining, soffit, and core shaft. Okay, so if this wall is going to be your internal walls, we're going to select the function of the wall as interior. If it's going to be your main walls, we're going to select the function as exterior. If it's going to be your foundation walls, we're going to select this functionality of wall as foundation. And if it's going to be your retaining walls, your compound walls or anything like that, or basement wall, you can keep it into the retaining walls. If it's your shear walls, we'll keep it into core shafts. Okay, and soffit is generally for dormer walls. So agar dormer roof create kar rahe ho, so you have a dormer walls basically there. So that walls would be into the soffit category basically there. So what is dormer actually? Example. So these are dormer roof. तो रूफ के ऊपर भी एक रूफ होता है that is called dormer roof. So these walls are your soffit walls actually. Okay, so these walls can come into the category of soffit walls. Okay, so these are soffit walls. These are your main walls actually. So exterior walls, soffit walls. Okay. So while you're creating dormer roofings, we create the side walls. They will go into the soffit categories. Okay, so these are all dormer roof example. Okay. So you have 6 functionalities of walls. तो 6 functions है wall के: interior, exterior, foundation, retaining, soffit, and core shaft. Core shaft, when you're going to keep core shaft when you are having shear walls basically. Soffit for dormer roof walls basically. Retaining walls you can keep it for your compound walls or your basement walls. Foundation walls, again, if you're having a foundation walls basically that's going to hold the structure of the building, then you need to take that function as foundation walls. Exterior walls, your main walls actually. Interior walls are your partition walls or your internal walls basically. Okay, so wall layers, wall functionalities के 6 functions है basically them. I'll give that in writing also. So you have your exterior wall, exterior functions. So for the main walls actually, interior is for the internal walls. Then you have the foundation wall, base foundation. You have the soffit wall. Soffit features, that's dormer. Walls when you're creating dormer roofing. Then you have the core shaft. Shear walls. Last is the retaining wall. That's when you're creating your basement wall. Okay, so these are the features of the walls. When to use them. Okay, so 6 functionalities of walls. So you need to remember this. Exterior for main walls, interior for internal walls, foundation for base foundation walls, soffit for dormer walls, core shaft for shear walls, and retaining for the basement or the compound walls. Okay. So please set up as accordingly. So this is my 100 mm brick wall. I can switch this to internal walls actually. And maybe these walls like which are 230 block work internal, so these also can be in the function of interior. Okay. The other type of wall, like these walls, there 225 masonry wall, they can go into the category of exteriors basically. Okay. Then we have these concrete retaining walls, so that's going to go into the retaining functionalities. Okay, so we need to define the functions of walls so that when we take out the schedulings of the walls, okay, we can classify which are interior walls, which are exterior walls, how many are exterior walls, how many retaining walls are there. Okay, so we can classify these walls basically. So if I take out a scheduling very quickly, if I come into view tab, if I go into schedule quantities, take the schedule quantities of the walls. So when I taking out the schedule quantity of the walls, I can tell how many counts of walls are there. So I can add counts of wall, family and type, which family of wall and which type of wall I'm using. What's the functionality of the wall? I can add the function features as well. And then I can add the base constraint, means on what level I've created the wall. Then the top constraint, up till what height I've created the wall. Then maybe I want to add the length of the wall. So I can add the length feature, then the width of the wall, width, then the area of the wall. We can add area detailings, we can add the volume of the wall, and even the mark of the walls basically there. So I can add marking of the walls as well. Okay, all these features can be added out. Okay, I can add the mark a little bit above the after the family and type name or above that basically that. So you can adjust these parameters, and then now if I click on OK, I'll get a list of schedule of walls basically there. So you can see all the wall types, and we can see these are exterior wall, these are interior wall, there are some retaining walls. Okay, now if I wanted to sort this out, so I can click on sorting and grouping editing. So we have sort and group edit. So when I click on it, I'll say that I want to sort first by the functionality of the wall. Okay, the header and footer, and show me the grand total as well. So I'm going to add a grand total option and click on OK. So now it will show me these are the exterior walls, right? And these are my internal walls, and these are the retaining walls. So I have only one retaining wall, I have 13 interior walls, and I have 31 exterior walls. Okay, so I can sort and group by functionality features as well. Okay, so you can come to know that how many exterior walls, how many interior walls, and how many retaining walls or other types of walls are there in the projects. Okay, and here we have its features like the mark information, the family and type. So which family and type of wall I'm using. So I'm using a basic wall, a retaining wall of 300 concreted. The functionality of what that wall is retaining, it's created on the ground level up to first level basically. So it's been created up to level number first. The length of that wall is 8.51 meters. The width of that wall is 0.3 meters. And the area of that wall is 386.91 square feet. And the volume of that wall is coming to 10.22 cubic millimeters basically, cubic meter basically then. Okay, so that's the schedules quantities that we can take it off from the walls command. Okay, so it helps over there. Okay, so functionality of the wall needs to be defined whenever we have created a type of wall. Okay, fine. So let us add some features to these walls. Now all of these walls are there, but none of these walls have any detailings basically. I mean, they have only the core material, but there's no detail of plasters or paint or on that basically. So if I want to add a layer of plaster or paint on the walls basically there. Okay, so how do we add a layer of material on the top of this wall basically? So if I want to add an external plaster of 15 and an internal plaster of 12 and then maybe an external paint and maybe an internal paint material basically there to this wall. Because if I look into my 3D view, when I come into view tab and take 3D view, okay, so all of these walls are having no features, means no materials are there, but there are materials are there, but only core materials are there, like brick material is there, but without finishes basically there. Okay, how do I come to know? If I switch this mode to realistic, I'll come to know that these are all the materials. This is how it's going to look. Okay, so they are just going to look like core materials of bricks. Nothing finishes materials have been added. Okay, then we have that block walls, have this concrete basically with that material assigned it, but there's no finishes to these walls. Okay, so if I want to add finish layer to these walls, how do we add that basically? So to add a finishing layers to the walls, you're going to select the wall, okay, whichever wall you want to edit. Supposing if I want to edit this wall, okay, so that's 100 brick wall, that's fine. We want to add a layer of plasters and paint on this wall, so we're going to select, we're going to click on this edit type feature. Okay, so edit type, and when you come into the edit type, you will come into this option which says structure edit. Okay, we're going to come into this option which says structure edit, and when I click on structure edit, it will take me to this dialog box which says edit assembly. Okay, now in edit assembly, I'll click on this button which says preview. Okay, so when I click on the preview, I'll be able to see the preview of that wall. Okay, now this preview is a floor plan preview. If you want a section preview, you can click on section preview. So this is the section view. Okay, and if you want a floor plan, you can take as floor plan as well. Okay, so which preview mode you want to view, you can select from here. Okay, you want a floor plan or a section plan. Okay, so suppose we want it as floor plan, we'll take it as floor plan. Okay, now what I see over here is the layers features. Okay, so we can see layers have been given. Okay, now I have only one layer inserted over here, that is my structural layer. Okay, and that's the brick material been applied to that, and the thickness of that layer is of 100 Okay, if I want to change the thickness of these core material, okay, I can select this and I can change the thickness to 150 as well. Okay, or maybe if you want to keep it as 100 you can keep it as 100 as well. Okay, you can come anytime and change the thickness of your core. Okay, you can also change the material of that wall as well. Okay, so if you wanted to edit the material, you can click on the thumbnail icon and you can edit the material. Okay, so that's the material information, that's the name of the material, it's a brick common material, description of the material is given, classification is given, all these features have been given basically there. Okay, so if you want to edit, you can edit our own material also. Now the point is that we wanted to add a layer of plaster on it basically. So to insert a layer of plaster, we'll click on this option over here that says insert. Okay, so I'm going to click on this button over here which says insert. So when I click on insert, a new layer has been added. You can see a new layer has been created and it's been added, and that layer thickness is 0 actually. So I'm going to add a thickness to that layer. So I'm going to give a layer thickness of suppose 10 okay, or 12 supposedly 12 So you can see we got a new layer been added, and that's the thickness of that layer, that's 12 Now I'm gonna move this layer above the core boundary, okay, because it should be outside the core boundary, not inside the core boundary. So I'm going to take this button and click on up, it will move up, and if I click on down, it can come down as well. Okay, so you can use these layers to come up and down. So I'm going to move this finished layer of plaster above the core boundaries. Okay, core boundary के बीच में हमेशा हमारा core material रहना चाहिए. Okay, not the finished material. तो finished material कभी भी core के अंदर नहीं रहेगा. And plaster and paint and all these materials are your finished materials basically there. Okay, so it won't be there. Okay, so finished material core के बाहर रहेगा. Okay, so we have given this layer, we have given the thickness also to that layer. Okay, so the thickness of layer has been defined. The material, it says by category. Okay, by category means what? There is no material being assigned to this layer. Okay, so there is no material feature being assigned to this layer. So if I want to assign a material feature of plaster, of wall plasters basically, so I have to assign a material. So to assign a material, what we're going to do is we're going to click on this 3 dotted button at the very end basically. Okay, तो कोई भी layer को material अगर assign करना है, so we just have to click on this 3 dotted button at the very end. So when you click on it, the material browser will open up. Okay, can you see this material browser open हुआ? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once you click on material browsers, and we want to create a material of wall plaster. Now there is no material of wall plaster available over here. Okay, तो यहाँ पे अगर search भी करोगे wall plaster maybe might not get it, so you might have to create it. We have gypsum board, wall board actually, but there's no wall plaster, so we might have to create it. So to create our own material, what I'm going to do is, you can see there's a little plus icon at the bottom over here which says create and duplicate material. Okay, so we plus पे click करेंगे, we're just going to click on it, and then we're going to click on this option which says create a new material. Okay, so we're going to click on that, create a new material. Okay, so click and a new material would be created. You can see over here default new material करके यहाँ पे name आ गया रहेगा basically. Okay, now I'll select that material and I'll come into the identity of that material, and I'm going to rename this material. I'm going to call this material as AR-wall plaster. Okay. AR is the initial symbol for that, means architect dash wall plaster. Okay, means what category of material that we are creating, we're going to name that. So if you're creating wall plaster, we'll name as wall plaster. If you're creating wall paints, we'll create wall paints. If you are creating wall tiles, we'll name it as wall tiles. Okay, so on. So AR is the initial that we always going to give, architect dash whatever category of material that you're creating, that name would be appearing. Okay, so AR dash wall plaster, then we can write down the description of that wall plaster as well basically. So it's a wall plaster of ratio, we can add ratio also basically, that of maybe 1:4 or 1:6, whatever ratio you're using. Okay, then the class, you can define the class category as well. So it's going to go into category has been given, so it's like ceramics is given, concrete is given, earth is given, gas is given, generic is given, glass, liquid, masonries, a lot of categories have been given. So I'm going to put it in the category of concretes. Okay, and you can write down the comments of that material. So maybe once again I'm going to write the comment like 1:4 ratio. I can write the keywords for this as well basically. So keywords maybe like cement or whatever, basically the product information, the manufacturer name. So if you're using cement, so who is the manufacturer for that cement basically then. So suppose ACC Cements we are using, so we can write down name of that. The manufacturer name, then what model number it is, at what cost you're getting for that cement. Suppose like we are getting for 235 rupees per 50 kg of bags, so we're going to write down 235 rupees per unit. Okay, and the company has the URL of the product, we can add the URL of the product as well. So www.acc.in, URL of the product as well. Then we have the relevant annotation information, which I'm going to click on this 3 dotted button and going to select concretes, and in concrete I'm going to use just concrete forms and accessories are being given, concrete reinforcements are being given, concrete cast in place concretes have been given. So I'm going to use this cast in place concrete, okay, as a keynote. Okay, so it will add that keynote to it, and then I can add the marking number for the concrete as well. So if I'm going to give a mark number as CR 100, okay, so that's a unique marking number, or maybe CR dash 12, that is 12 mm actually. Okay, so we're going to fill up the identity data for that material first. Once the identity data is been filled up, we can going to come into the next feature, that is about graphics. So graphics means what, like in 2D mode, how your wall is going to view basically, what graphic information is going to have. So in graphic we have 3 options: shading, surface and cut parameter. Okay, so we have 3 options in graphics. We have shading, surface and cut parameter, cut pattern you can say. So shading means in 2D shaded view, what shade of color it should look. Okay, so if it's a concrete or cement basically, there I can give a shade color of gray or light gray or something like that. I can apply the shading color, or I can tell it that use render appearance. So whatever is the appearance of the texture, it will come into that color basically. तो अगर supposingly texture का color अगर मेरा dark gray है, तो shading color भी dark gray आएगा. अगर texture का color supposingly light gray है, तो shading color भी light gray आएगा automatically. अगर मैंने ये option off रखा, तो क्या होगा कि मुझे कलर डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा कि डार्क ग्रे है कि लाइट ग्रे है बेसिकली उधर सीमेंट का। ओके, तो वी हैव टू प्रोवाइड द कलर। बट अगर मैंने ये ऑप्शन ऑन रखा यूज रेंडर अपीयरेंस इसको, तो मुझे कलर डिफाइन करने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, क्योंकि अभी मैं कलर के ऑप्शन में भी नहीं जा सकता हूँ क्योंकि मैंने यूज रेंडर अपीयरेंस एक्टिव कर लिया है बेसिकली। ओके, सो दैट्स फॉर द शेडिंग। So I always use render appearances, so that will allow me to look into the materials shadedly. Then I'll come into surface pattern. तो surface pattern मतलब क्या होगा कि elevation में क्या दिखेगा, बेसिक कौन सा पैटर्न दिखाई देगा आपको बेसिकली उधर। तो एलिवेशन में थोड़ा सा सीमेंट का पैटर्न दिखाना है या कंक्रीट का पैटर्न दिखाना है। तो यहाँ पे देखो पैटर्न में दो ऑप्शन है, एक फॉरग्राउंड है और एक बैकग्राउंड है बेसिकली उधर। फॉरग्राउंड मतलब कि फॉरवर्ड पे क्या रहेगा मटेरियल, मीन डबल हैच पैटर्न अगर करना रहेगा तो डबल हैच पैटर्न भी कर सकते हैं। तो मैंने यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा एक पैटर्न में यहाँ पे चूज़ कर लेता हूँ। सो आई एम गोना यूज़ अ पैटर्न ऑफ सपोज सैंड डेंस थोड़ा सा लेके कि तो सरफेस में थोड़ा सा सैंड डेंस के साथ में थोड़ा सा क्रॉस पैटर्न्स भी दिखा सकता हूँ ब्रिक्स के, कुछ इस तरह के, या थोड़ा सा ट्रेकिंग मटेरियल भी दिखा सकते हैं, या अलग मटेरियल भी दिखा सकते हैं, क्रॉस हैच भी दिखा सकते हैं। तो डबल हैच पैटर्न दिखाई देगा सरफेस पैटर्न में। और अगर डबल हैच पैटर्न नहीं दिखाना है तो बैकग्राउंड को नन रहने दो और सिर्फ फॉरग्राउंड में आप हैच पैटर्न अप्लाई करो बेसिकली। Then it's given cut pattern. So in cut pattern also you have two option, foreground and background. So I can apply foreground में I can apply concrete, background में भी I can apply cross hatch patterns of brick work like that. Okay, so double hatch pattern भी apply कर सकते हैं. If you don't want it you can apply none to your backgrounds, so only single hatch patterns would be there. So foreground means elevation में you will see these sand particles, and in cut pattern means plan view या section view में you will be able to see this concreting material basically. Okay, so identity data and graphic information is done. Okay, then we'll come into appearances. So appearance means realistic में क्या material लिखना चाहिए basically. तो अभी realistic में is looking like a plain gray material. Okay, we don't want to look like a plain gray material, but we want to add a wall plaster texture add करना है। तो wall plaster का अगर texture अगर add करना है तो appearance में आने के बाद में click on this button which says open close asset browser। okay, तो यहाँ पे open close asset browser मिलेगा, उस पर क्लिक करो तो आपको asset browser open होगा, मीन्स लाइब्रेरी ओपन होगी मटेरियल टेक्सचर्स की। अब यहाँ पे asset browser में look for this material called as appearance library। कैसी अपीयरेंस लाइब्रेरी इज गिवन, इसको एक्सपैंड करेंगे हम लोग। तो यहाँ पे इसको कोलैप्स है तो इसको ओपन करेंगे। सो व्हेन वी ओपन वी गेट द कैटेगरी ऑफ मटेरियल्स। सो वी हैव सीलिंग मटेरियल्स, वी हैव सिरामिक मटेरियल्स। इफ आई एक्सपैंड सिरामिक ऑल्सो, सिरामिक में पॉलीसिरामिक है, टाइल्स है। ओके, देन वी हैव कंक्रीट में कास्ट इन प्लेस मटेरियल्स है, डिफॉल्ट मटेरियल्स है, फैब्रिक मटेरियल्स भी है, फैब्रिक में लेदर मटेरियल्स भी है, फिनिशेस मटेरियल्स है, फ्लोरिंग मटेरियल्स है, फ्लोरिंग में कारपेट है, स्टोन है, टाइल्स है, विनाइल है, वुड है। ओके, lot of material categories have been there. Okay, so from the appearance library I can come into the category of concrete, and under concrete I can take cast in place, and I have a lot of list of texture materials available which I can select from here. Okay, if you can come on this three dotted lines, click on it. You can view it in thumbnail view also. Okay, so you can view it in thumbnail preview as well, and you can view that into larger size as well, 256 by 256 size wise. And we can apply whichever material we want. So if I want to apply this material, I can double click it and वो मेरे लाइब्रेरी में ऐड हो जाएगा। अगर ये फॉर्म होल वाला चाहिए तो इस पर डबल क्लिक करके तो फॉर्म होल वाला आ जाएगा बेसिकली उधर। Okay, whichever type you wanted to use it, just double tap on it. Take this concrete cast in place. So this is the material that I needed. So I've applied it. Now I can close this asset browser. So now the identity data, the graphic information, and the appearance information is filled up. So now I can click on apply, and then I'm going to click on OK. So once I click on OK, you can see in the material, I can see that name, and in the preview, I can also see the layer of the plaster with the thickness and with the material as well. You can see the material thickness is being given and the material has also been visible. Now if I click on OK, and one more time click on OK, and one more time click on OK, so you can see on the exterior side of my walls, the wall plaster has been added. This becomes my finish wall from the exterior side, but not on the interior side. Even on this, you can see I have applied it. Okay, but over here we have applied, but it came on the interior side. Actually, it's supposed to be on the exterior side. So what happened over here is that the wall is flipped. So if the walls are flipped up, okay, so if you wanted to flip it outside, the plaster should be flipped outside. So what you can do is you can select that wall, okay, and then you can hit on the space bar to flip the direction of the wall. Okay, so now if I hit space bar and now if I look into the 3D view, you can see that plaster layer is come outside. Okay. Now if I look into my plan view, I'm not be able to see the detailing of the plaster from the plan view. There should be a layer of plaster also being visible. The reason I'm not able to see the detail of plaster is because over here the detail level is set to be coarse. So you can see at the bottom we have these square box over here, or these rectangle box which says detail level. Okay, so in detail levels there are three type of detailing levels. One is coarse, medium, and fine. So I'll switch this mode to fine detailing. So when I click on fine detailing, now I'm able to see the detailing of the wall. If I keep the detail level to coarse, I'll be not be able to see the any detailing of the walls layers that have been added. Maybe plaster layer or maybe paint layer. It won't be visible. Only the core material will be visible. And if I do fine, I'll be able to see the finishing material also. Now you can see that finishing material is sticking outside. So that means the plaster material is on the exterior side. Also here you can see the detailings are there. You can see it on the 3D view also. Okay, this is fine detailings, and switching this to realistic mode. Okay, now maybe if I want to add another plaster on the interior side of the walls, so I'm going to select the wall, come into the edit type. Okay, I'm going to take the structure edit once again and want to add another layer on the interior side of the wall. So I'm going to click on somewhere over here and click on insert button again. And when I click on insert, you can see another layer has been added. Now this layer should be below this core boundary line. Okay, so this is the exterior side actually, and whatever comes below the core boundary would be your interior side. So if I wanted on the interior side, I could select that layer and click on down, and one more time down. Here we have, then I could give the thickness of that plaster. So once again, if I add 12 mm on the interior side as well, another layer is been added of 12 mm. Okay, below that core boundary line. ओके, तो कोर बाउंड्रीज के अंदर सिर्फ हमारा स्ट्रक्चर रहना चाहिए. तो स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, हमारा ब्रिक है, तो यही ब्रिक ही रहेगा कोर के अंदर. ओके, और कोर के बाहर जो भी जा रहा है ये हमारे फिनिशिंग लेयर्स हैं. ओके, तो इस पे भी सेम मटेरियल असाइन करना था, प्लास्टर मटेरियल, वॉल प्लास्टर मटेरियल. Okay, so we'll click on this three dotted button. Now this time I'm not going to create a material, but I've already have the material, so I'm going to pick that and then I'm going to click on OK. So the same material, whatever material that you have used on the exterior side will be coming on the interior side. Okay, the thickness can vary. Agar suppose interior side mein mujhe 10 mm thickness rakhna tha, I can keep 10 mm also. So you can see the thickness can be vary, but the material can be same also basically. Okay, so you can apply two different thicknesses, okay, or similar thicknesses, okay, and similar materials as well. Okay, so I'm going to click on OK once again, click on apply one more time. Okay, so now you have both side plaster material being applied on the wall, on the exterior side as well, and on the interior side as well. And if I look into my plan view, we can see the detailings of the plasters. So the external plaster is having 12 mm thickness, and the internal plaster is having 10 mm of thickness basically. Okay, so you can add layers like that. Okay, if you want to add another layer of suppose paint, so we can add another layer of paint as well. Okay, so you're going to select that wall, going to come into the edit type and come into the edit structure. Add another layer above that plaster. So if you click on insert, another layer has been added. What thickness you want to give for your paint? Suppose I'm going to give like 1.5 mm of paint thickness. So another layer has been added. You can see 1.5 mm thickness been added above that plaster layer. Okay, if I just select this and click on down, it will be down, which will be wrong. So I'll be taking upward only, and then we can add a paint material also. So if you want to create a paint material now, all paint material, you gotta click on this three dotted button, and we can. There is no wall paint material available, so create a wall paint material by clicking on this plus icon. Create a new material. A new material will be created. Default material is there. You can click on it, come into identity data. You can name this material as AR-wall paint. Suppose this wall paint is going to be for the exterior side, so we're going to name this as wall paint at exterior. Okay, or exterior sides instead of writing walls. And then we can write a description for that paint. So supposingly I'm going to use a yellow paint on the exterior side, yellow wall paint. Okay, give the classification as paint and or paint plus coating. So we can get paint and coating, both are in there. Can give the comment for the paint as well. Keywords, product information, manufacturer maybe Asian Paint. Write down name of that company. Then we can write down the model number, whatever paint model number is there. So suppose Y-100 is the paint number. What cost you are getting, basically the per unit cost you need to apply over here. So supposingly if you're getting a 5 liter of that paint for suppose $1,000 or whatever your amount is there. I'm just writing randomly. Then we can write down asianpaint.com. URL. The keywords, keynotes. So when for keynotes, we can click on this three dotted button, and we're gonna search for any finishes materials. So we're gonna take finishes, and what sort of finishes is there? We can select paint and coating. Select that, and we're just gonna take paints are there, and paint finish. Okay, so we'll take paint finish. Like that, so that code number is going to automatically get applied it. Get the marking number as well, so that's going to be yellow paint basically there. So WA-Y 100, that's can give you a unique marking number. Okay, we can come into graphics. Now for paint, we have shading, surface, and cut pattern. So in shading, I'm always going to use render appearances. And for surface pattern, now paint doesn't have any sort of hatch pattern, so I'm going to leave it as it is. And in cut pattern also, paint doesn't have any sort of hatch pattern, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Then I'm going to keep coming into the appearances. If I come in appearances, I'm going to come into the open close asset browser, and then I'm going to go into the appearance library. If I come into the category of wall paints, I have two type of wall paint. One is glossy and one is matte. So if you want glossy paint, you can take glossy paint, and if you want matte paints, you can take matte paints. Now in matte paint, we wanted a yellow color paint basically there, so that's the little bit there. So I'm gonna search any more yellow color paints are there. We have gold is there, orange is there, and we have this tan is there. We have yellow as well. Here we have yellow. We can select that. And once you select it, we can click on close this. We can adjust the color also if you feel that this yellow is too bright or too dark. So you can come over here and you can adjust the paint color to little lighter yellow shader. So now I've applied it a little light yellow shade. Okay. And the finish, what type of finish you want? You want a matte finish, you want an eggshell finish, platinum finish, pearl finish, glossy finish. So maybe I want a flat matte paint. So I'm going to use flat matte. Then application, what application you're going to use? You're going to use roller to apply the paint, or you're going to use brush, or you're going to use spray. So if I'm going to use roller, I'm going to select roller and then I'm going to click on apply. So that's material identity information, graphic informations, and the appearance information is being added. Click on OK. So you can see on this exterior side we have a paint material being assigned it. Okay, an exterior paint material has been assigned it. Okay, and if I click on OK and apply and OK, so we can see on that wall we have a paint layer as well. Okay, now if I look into my 3D view, finish wall created. Maybe on the interior side we wanted to add another different paint material. Select that wall, come to the edit type, come to the structure edit, and we want to add another layer of paint. Click on insert, but that layer is came right above, so I'm going to select down right all the way here, and then I'm going to give the thickness of that paint, suppose 1.5 mm again, and I'm going to create the material for the interior side. I already have, but that's for the exterior side, so I'm going to create another material, create a new material, and give the identity data as AR dash wall paint interior side. Give the description white paint. We can give class as paint and coatings. Give the comments, keywords, manufacturer name, model number, cost, URL, everything you need to fill it up when you're creating the material. Now it is a little lengthier when you're creating, but it is very essential that you give all the identity data when you're creating the material. Otherwise, what will happen once you have completed your project and when you're taking out the schedule quantities or material quantity of the wall or of the paint or of the bricks basically there, and at that time आपको ये सारी information input करना पड़ेगा. अब supposingly there are 1,000 walls that are having yellow paints or 1,000 walls are having brick material. So सारे 1,000 wall में individually आपको fill up करना पड़ेगा. Okay, अगर हम लोग ये पहले ही fill up कर लेते हैं, so it will be time saving that कि सारे 1,000 material walls पे ये material भी applied हो जाएगा और ये identity datas भी applied हो जाएगी, तो मुझे बाद में manually type नहीं करना पड़ेगा हर एक wall में जाके basically. Okay, so it's gonna save me a lot of time and effort. Okay, so making sure that we add these information of identity informations or the graphic information of the paint, okay, and the appearance information while we are creating the material only. Afterwards बहुत problem करेगा. Okay, so we can come into paint, all paints. Gonna take again let's say we take glossy paint this time. Take white paint actually. I can take a little bit textured paint as well, something like that, stripe glossed. Click on apply and then click on OK. So you can see on the interior side we have a different paint material and on the exterior side we have a different paint material. Look into the naming also here. Interior side, exterior sides, two different materials. Apply and OK. So now you can see we have a different finish on the interior side and a different finish on the exterior side of the wall. Okay, so if I select this wall, which wall was this 100 mm brick wall, and if I select this wall, this is still the 90 mm brick wall. So 90 mm brick wall doesn't have any sort of features of layers. Okay, so if you want to add that, you can add that layer also, or you can convert this walls into the 100 mm brick wall. Similarity features. So that's how you add layers of paint and plasters to the walls and assign the materials also. Okay, this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Right, now one more thing is very important, that once we assign the layer of plaster and paint, if I select this wall and come to the edit type, if you come into the edit structure, now over here also we have something called as functions. Okay, so you see function is there, material is there, thickness is there, wraps and structural materials are there. Now I'll come into wraps and structural material later on. Let's focus on function right now. We know what does thickness does. Thickness allows us to change the thickness of the layer. Okay, and we know what does material does. It allows to change the material of the layer. Now there is an option that is called function. Now in functions, when I click on these function, there are 6 functions of layers. Okay, so as you can see, there are 6 functions of layer. There is one is called structure, there is substrate, then we have thermal slash air, then we have finish 1, then we have finish 2, and then last but not the least we have is the membranes layer. Okay, so we have all different functions of layers. Okay, 6 different functions are there. You can write it down. Okay, and I'll explain you what these functions are and when we need to apply these functions basically there. Okay, so let me give you on the board. So these are called layer functions. Layer functions, there are actually 6 layer functions. One is structure, that bracket is one. Right. So I'll tell you the usage also of this. So if you are the layer function structure needs to be keep it when you are having core materials like brick or blocks or your see or concreting materials actually. So you need to keep the function as structure when you are using core materials. Okay, core materials like brick and blocks and RCCs. Okay, then you have the second function of the wall, that was substrate. Two substrate features when we need to keep it when we are having supporting materials. So supporting materials like plywood or gypsum board. This all comes under the supporting materials. Okay, then we have the next feature was thermal air. 3. So thermal slash air when we need to keep it when you are using insulating materials. insulating materials like your foam or insulation foam, or if you're using your mineral wool for insulation purposes. Okay, then you have this. The next material was finish. Finish actually 1, and then in the bracket was written as 4. Finish 1 is generally for finishes material. So you have applied finish material. Finish materials like your paint are your finish material, your plaster is your finish material, right? Your wallpaper is your finish material. Okay, wall tiles or tiles are your finishing material. Okay, these all comes under the finishing materials. Okay, laminates. So whatever are the finishing materials will be coming into the finish materials basically. Okay, but the point is, finish 1 कब रखना है? When you have exterior side के लिए. For finish 1 it's on the exterior side, and finish 2 is for the interior side actually. Okay, so finish 2 is again the same finishing materials. Okay, like your paint, plaster, wallpapers and everything. But for the interior side. Okay, and last but not the least, it was given your membranes layer. Okay, so that's the membranes layer. Membranes layer is for water coating. Over here you need to remember that this layer should have 0 thickness basically. Okay, so that's for water coating actually, waterproofing or water coating, and it requires 0 thickness. That's an important feature. So these are the functionality of the walls layer, sorry. Okay, so we have structure. When you're creating a core materials, the function of that layer would be structure. If you're creating material like supporting material like plywood or gypsum board, the functionality of the layer would be substrate. If you're creating layers that is having material of insulating, it will be going into the layer of thermal and air. If you are creating finishing materials for the exterior side, it would be finish 1, and if you are creating finishing material for the interior side, it would be finish 2. And if you're creating a water coating layer, okay, the functionality of the layer would be membranes layer. But when you're creating a membranes layer, make sure that it requires 0 thickness. So there should be no thickness to that layer. Okay, so for instance, if I wanted to show over here that with the plaster, I'm gonna having a waterproofing with the plaster. So I'm gonna add a layer. So a new layer has been added above that. You can see that plaster layer. Okay, now I'm gonna just simply change this functionality to membranes. Okay, and I'm gonna apply the same material of plaster. Okay, but make sure the 0 thickness is there. Okay, I'm not going to add any thickness to this membranes layer. Okay, now if I add it, for example, if I add 1 mm as a thickness, okay, and now if I try to click on OK, it will give me an error. It says error, row number 2 membranes layer functions requires 0 thickness. Okay, so make sure that the thickness for that layer is 0. Okay, I can also add another plaster interior side plaster पे भी waterproofing layer add कर सकते हैं. We can click on insert, click on down, below that make sure the function goes into the membranes layer, and the thickness goes to 0 and the material will be applying the same one, wall plaster. Then we have a layer of plaster being added as well. Okay. Sorry, a layer of membranes layer has been added. Okay. Similarly, this is my exterior side wall paint, so the function would be finish 1, and this is my exterior side plaster, so the function would be finish 1. Okay. Then this is my interior side plaster, so the feature will be going to finish 2, and this is the interior side wall paint, it will go into finish 2. Okay, so whatever our finishing material will go into finishing functions, whatever our water coating material will go into water coating. Now brick is a structural material, so core material, so it will stay as structure. We're not going to change to substrate or thermal layer or any other layers basically. Okay, so we need to select the layer of functions of the materials as well. Okay, so that it can be classified, can be separated basically there. Okay, now if I do not classify them basically उधर I cannot segregate basically उधर. तो जब हम लोग मटेरियल क्वांटिटी निकालेंगे तो हम लोग लाइक कैसे फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं कि कितने फिनिश 1 मटेरियल्स है, कितने फिनिश 2 मटेरियल है, कितने मेम्ब्रेन्स मटेरियल्स है, कितने कोर मटेरियल्स है बिल्डिंग में. ओके, अगर फंक्शन नहीं डिफाइन किया तो कोई भी क्लासिफिकेशंस नहीं मिलेगा. ओके. Clear, and then we can click on OK. Now this wall is having a complete layer functionalities as well basically. This is clear, layer functions and adding layer styles to the walls.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sanket, you have any doubt?
No doubt.
No doubt. Okay. Isha, is clear for you as well? Nehal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now the most important part of this wall layer is about the wrapping of the wall. So when I select this, wall which is having layers, and if I come into the edit type, you can see over here there are wrapping options has been given. Wrapping at insert, and the other one is called as wrapping at ends. Okay. Now I'll first start with wrapping at end. Now right now the wrapping at end is set to be none. Okay. Which means there is no wrappings at the end of the wall. Okay, so when the wall ends over here, you can see the wall ends over here. This plaster layer is not turning and applying on the end of the wall over here. Okay, so what I wanted here was that this plaster layer should turn and get applied it to this corner end of this wall also. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to select the wall. I'm going to come into the edit type. And over here we have wrapping at ends, and wrapping at end यहाँ पे none लिखा हुआ है. We'll select this and we'll apply. Two ends are there. One is exterior wrapping करना है कि interior wrapping करना है. तो अगर supposingly मैंने exterior wrapping लिया end पर, okay, तो अभी apply करते हैं, okay करते हैं, तो क्या होगा कि exterior का जो पेंट और प्लास्टर होगा वो कॉर्नर पे जाके अप्लाई होगा. ओके, मीन्स एंड ऑफ द वॉल पे जाके अप्लाई होगा. ओके, और अगर मैंने इंटीरियर लिया और अप्लाई किया और ओके किया, तो इंटीरियर साइड का जो पेंट और प्लास्टर होगा वो कॉर्नर पे जाके एंड पे जाके अप्लाई होगा. ओके, नाउ रैपिंग एट एंड करना भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज इसकी भी क्वांटिटी काउंट होती है एस्टिमेशंस के अंदर. तो अगर जहाँ जहाँ पे एंड ऑफ द वॉल्स आए तो वहाँ पे भी प्लास्टर रैप होना चाहिए, पेंट रैप होना चाहिए. ओके, अदरवाइज क्या होगा कि वहाँ पे पेंट और प्लास्टर अप्लाई नहीं होगा. अभी मैं अगर 3D व्यू में आके बताऊँ तो इफ यू कैन सी दी एंड ऑफ दैट वॉल इज बीन हैविंग प्लास्टर एंड पेंट फिनिश बेसिकली उधर. ओके, ऑफ द इंटीरियर साइड. अगर मैंने इसको नन रहने दिया रहता, रैपिंग एट एंड्स को नन रखा, अप्लाई किया, ओके किया, तो कॉर्नर एंड्स पर कोई रैपिंग नहीं है, कोई मटेरियल ही नहीं है बेसिकली उधर. ओके, सो देयर इज नो फिनिशिंग मटेरियल to the ends of the walls actually. Okay, so you need to select come into the edit type and select which type of wrapping you want to use. You want to use the exterior side wrapping, or do you want to use the interior side wrapping? So supposing you want to use the exterior side wrapping, you select exterior, and if I click on apply and OK, that exterior paint, that yellow paint is going to apply to the end of that walls. Okay, and the exterior plaster also gets applied. And if I select interior, the interior side paint and plaster would be applied. Okay, so you need to select wisely that which side of wrappings of end you wanted to use it. Okay, do you want to use the interior wrappings, or do you want to use the exterior wrappings? Okay, so generally when it's the it's an interior functionality wall, I'll always take it as interior wrappers. Okay, if it's an exterior wall, main walls, I will take the wrapping at ends as exterior. Okay, then we have the next type of wrapping, that is called wrapping at insert. Wrapping and insert is if you wanted to add supposingly a door or a window. Suppose if, let me just add a door into this wall, or maybe a window. So I'm going to come into the architectural tab. I'm going to take let's take a door only, door, and I'm going to add a door right over here. So as you can see, when I inserted a door, there is no finishing material to the end of the walls once again. Just like how we added a finishing material to the end of the wall, but when I inserted the door, there is no finishing material been wrapped. Okay, when I inserted a door actually, okay, or a window. So even if I inserted a window has been inserted, but there's no finishing materials to the ends of the to the inserts of the window or to the door basically. So over here now I'm going to select the wall, going to come into the edit type. There's an option that is called wrapping at insert, and in the wrapping and insert, it's right now says as do not wrap. Okay, so it is set to be as do not wrap, which means it's not gonna wrap any of the finishing materials to the inserts of doors and window. So now I'm going to come into this option. Now again I have the option to select which wrappings you wanted to use. Do you want to use the exterior side wrapping, or do you want to use the interior side wrapping, or do you want to use the both side wrappings basically? So if I select exterior side, exterior wrapping at inserts, what's going to happen is this, apply and OK. So as you can see that exterior paint and plaster is turning and applying to the inserts of door and window. And if I would have selected interior side plaster and paint would be then turned and applied it to the ends of the insert of the doors and window. So wherever there will be an insert of door and window, the interior side plaster would be turned and applied it. Okay, and if I would have selected both, then both the sides would be applied it. Okay, so both the ends are getting wrapped and applied it to the insert of the door and the window basically. Now if I look into my 3D view, so the door is there, but let me just hide that door temporarily. So I'm going to select the door and the window, and I'm going to click on this icon at the bottom which says and temporary hide करके यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ रहेगा. See, this glass is there, goggles जैसा कुछ बना हुआ रहेगा. Click on that and we can click on hide element to hide them temporarily. Okay, so I hide it, it will go away, and you can see both the wrappings are there. Interior wrapping is also there and exterior wrapping is also there. And if I would have selected only the exterior wrapping at the inserts, so only the exterior side wrapping would be there, not the interior side. And if I have selected interior sides, interior side wrapping would be there at the inserts. Okay, so that's, you need to choose which side of wrappings you wanted to apply when you are inserting your door and window into the walls basically, because even that quantity takes into account, okay, when you're doing schedulings basically. Okay, so that's about the wrappings. So there are two type of wrapping: wrapping at insert and wrapping at ends. Okay, wrapping at end is for the end side of the wall. Okay, and wrapping at insert is when you are inserting door or window or any opening in the walls. So it will apply that finishes to that inserts first, and then the door and the window will be placed over there. Okay, so we learned today about the layer functions of the walls. Okay, how do we add layers in the walls? How do we define the functions of the material? And we did about the wall functions, plus we did about the wrappings of the walls. Okay, still here is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll keep it till here today. Tomorrow we continue with the other topic of the structure edit, that is about graphic information. Okay, then we'll go with analytical properties, and then we'll go with identity data basically. Okay, one by one we'll explore all these properties. Okay, once the wall chapter is completed, then we'll start creating our floor plans, and then we'll go ahead with the other types of walls. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any queries, any doubt from the previous class or from today's class that needs to be solved?
No, nothing.
Okay, fine. So I have already sent the link to I think download the Revit 2021 version. So once it's been done, you can ask me to help to install it basically. Okay, so you can start practicing at least Revit whatever we have done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock, 2:15 in fact. Okay, so every day from Monday to Friday, the class would be there from 2:15 to 3:30. Okay, on the same link that I have sent it on your mail.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.